Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever it is in your part of the world. Thank you for being here uh, today. And I feel this is a real coming together of thought and ideas. And the whole idea really came about after watching the news about Afghanistan in particular. And I just felt the need to be inspired by peace and to know that there is peace in our amazing world. So thank you for being here. And here we go. I'm going to start with Mother's Evening Prayer by the discoverer and founder of Christian Science, Mary Baker Eddy. Enjoy. O gentle presence, peace and joy and power, O life divine that owns each waiting hour, thou love that guards the nestling's faltering flight, keep thou my child on upward wing tonight. Love is our refuge, only with mine eye can I behold the snare, the pit, the fall. His habitation high is here and nigh. His arm encircles me, and mine and all. Oh, make me glad for every scalding tear, for hope deferred, ingratitude disdain. Wait and love more for every hate and fear. No ill since God is good, and loss is gain. Beneath the shadow of his mighty wing, in that sweet secret of the narrow way, seeking and finding, with the angels sing, lo, I am with you always, always watch and pray. No snare, no fowler, pestilence or pain, no night drops down upon the troubled breast. When heavens have to smile, earth's teardrops gain, and mother finds her home and heavenly rest. And mother finds her home and heavenly rest. God of creation, Lord of my soul, be to me ever my one and my all. Your presence surrounds me by day and by night. While waking or sleeping, I live in your light. While waking or sleeping, live in your light, while waking or sleeping. I live in your light. You are my wisdom. You are my health. You are my substance, my joy and my health. My father, my mother, my haven of peace, my comfort, my healer, my place of release, God of creation, Lord of my soul, be to me ever my one and my all. Your presence surrounds me by day and by night, while waking or sleeping. I live in your light, while waking or sleeping. I live in your light, while waking or sleeping. I live in your light. You and you only are first in my heart. Ours is a union that never will part, held in your love without doubt, without fear. I know now within me that heaven is here. God of creation, Lord of my soul, be to me ever my one and my all. Your presence surrounds me by day and by night, while waking or sleeping. I live in your light, while waking or sleeping. I live in your light, while waking or sleeping. I live in your light, while waking or sleeping. I live in your light. I'm delighted that Jill Gooding is going to share with us now some inspired readings on peace. So thank you, Jill, for being with us this evening. Over to you.
Andrew asked for some readings on peace from the Bible and Science and Health with Key to the Scriptures by Mary Baker Eddy. And these are the readings. Man understands spiritual existence in proportion as his treasures of truth and love are enlarged. This scientific sense of being, forsaking matter for spirit, by no means suggests man's absorption into deity and the loss of his identity, but confers upon man enlarged individuality, a wider sphere of thought and action, a more expansive love, and a higher and more permanent peace.
Peace that passes understanding, keep your heart and mind today, bringing love and joy unceasing. Peace be yours this holy day. Love will pour on you a blessing. God is with you ever near. Trust in Him. Trust in Him, for He is here. Peace that passes understanding, Keep your heart and mind always, trust in Him. Trust in Him, for He is here. Child of God, all grace inherit, all your Father's blessings prove. Comfort of the Holy Spirit, lifting thought above to light. Gift from God of hope and healing, truth of God that makes you free. Yours is this glorious liberty. Peace that passes understanding. Keep your heart and mind today, bringing love and joy unceasing. Peace be yours this holy day. Love will pour on you a blessing. God is with you ever near. Trust in Him. Trust in Him, for He is near. Peace that passes understanding. Keep your heart and mind always. Trust in Him. Trust in Him, for He is here. That passes understanding. Keep your heart and mind today, bringing love and joy unceasing. Peace be yours this holy day. Love will pour on you a blessing. God is with you ever near. Trust in Him. Trust in Him, for He is near. Peace that passes understanding. Keep your heart and mind always. Trust in Him. Trust in Him, for He is near. Trust in Him, for He is here. Now I'm delighted to say that we are joined all the way from New York by Nitya Thomas, who's going to sing a brand new version of Mary Baker Eddy's Satisfied. So I'm looking forward to hearing that. So it's now over to New York.
Hello, everyone. And thank you so much, Andrew, for inviting me to be a part of this concert for peace for the world. I was thinking about what I'd like to contribute, and what came to mind was a setting of a poem by Mary Baker Eddy called Satisfied. Because when I think of peace for the world, I know without question that that has to begin with a deep sense of peace within myself. And I have found such a beautiful sense of how to find that peace, the kind of peace that Jesus talked about, the kind of peace that transcends whatever might be going on in our lives or in the world, through the writings of Mary Baker Eddy, and specifically through this poem called Satisfied. And it's always been dear to my heart. begins with these lines. It matters not what be thy lot, so love doth guide. For storm or shine, pure peace is thine, whate'er betide. It matters not what be thy lot, so love doth guide. For storm or shine, pure peace is thine, whate'er betide. And of these stones or tyrants' thrones, God able is to raise up seed in thought and deed to faithful his. I darkling sense arise, go hence, our God is good. False fears are foes, true tatters those when understood, when understood. Love loosed thee and lifted me beyond hate's thrall. Their life is light and wisdom might, and God is all. The centuries break, the earthbound wake, God is glorified, who doth his will. His likeness still is satisfied, is satisfied.
When thought of self flew out the door, they entered in its place freedom never known before, and peace, and love and grace, and peace and love and grace. Thus was I led to broad views how the brotherhood of man to God and neighbor paid my dues according to God's holy plan. When thought of self flew out the door, there entered in its place a freedom never known before, and peace and love and grace, and peace, and peace and love and grace. oh, what goodness surrounded me, and oh, how truth with brightness shone, as I beheld in equity all men in God at one. When thought of self flew out the door, there entered in its place a freedom never known before, and peace and love and grace, and peace and love and grace, and peace and love and grace, and peace and love and grace.
And Jesus began to teach by the seaside, and there were gathered unto him a great multitude, so that he entered into a ship and sat in the sea, and the whole multitude was by the sea on the land. And there arose a great storm of wind, and the waves beat into the ship, so that it was now full. And he arose and rebuked the wind, and said unto the sea, Peace, be still. And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm.
You do not mind the winter day, you know that spring is on its way, you know that mountain streams will flow. Be still and know the cloud will form, the rain will fall, the stars will rise on great and small. You plant a seed, the seed will grow. Be still and know. You trust in what you have not seen, the frozen field that will be green, the ocean tide that comes each night, the western wind and the morning light. You do not mind the winter day, you know that spring is on its way, you know that mountain streams will flow. Be still and know. You have faith in all these ways, then leave with God your future days. Your cup of life will overflow if you are still and know. You do not mind the winter day, you know that spring is on its way, you know that mountain streams will flow. Be still and know. The cloud will form, the rain will fall, the stars will fall on great and small. You plant a seed, the seed will grow. Be still and know. Be still and know. Be still and know. Leading on from that idea of planting a seed, we're now going to hear from the wonderful Desiree Goyette, who has written this beautiful, beautiful song, and it fits in so well with our theme. So, Desiree, thank you so much for sharing this beautiful song with us. Thank you.
Hi there. Thanks so much for asking me, Andrew, to be part of this special event. The inspiration for the song you're about to hear comes from an organization called Roots of Peace. This is an organization that goes into war-torn regions such as Afghanistan, and they go in and do the dangerous work of removing landmines and then replacing them with vineyards or orchards or any other sustainable crops that the people there then are trained to maintain and to use for their everyday living. So I hope you find inspiration in this piece, this idea that just one seed can change lives. Thank you.
Plant a seed, watch it grow right where fear and anger live, and the walls loom high. Shine a light on the soil of forgiveness where we all live and move beneath the same sweet sky. Watch the night return today as the gentle wind of wisdom blows the boundaries all away, and we'll find that we have all the love we need, and it all begins when we plant a seed. Patient earth, bathe our hands in the wisdom of your love that has waited so long for our hearts to awake from that dream of separation, believing wrong is right and right is wrong. Watch the night return today as the gentle wind of wisdom blows the boundaries all away, and we'll find that we have all the love we need, and it all begins when we plant a seed. No turning back the pages of regret, where the list of pain and sorrow just goes on. Right here, right now, we can forgive and forget. We can put the past behind us. No more bitterness to blind us. There's a field where each soul is invited to the dance of eternal peace. Meet me there, open-armed, reunited and near. Water the soil with the tears of our release. Just one seed can turn the tide, bursting with the hope that still humanity abides. Hearts are healed, souls are fed, spirits freed, and it all begins when we plant a seed.
The calm and exalted thought or spiritual apprehension is at peace. This material world is even now becoming an arena for conflicting forces. On one side, there will be discord and dismay. On the other side, there will be peace, science, and peace. The breaking up of material beliefs may seem to be famine and pestilence, want and woe, sin, sickness, and death, which assume new phases until their nothingness appears.
So this is a new version of Mary Baker Eddy's beautiful poem, Love, Brewis, with thy sheltering wing, which I composed in my head while watching the sea and listening to the sea roll in the summer. Brewis, with thy sheltering wing, neath which our spirits blend, like brother birds that soar and sing, and on the same branch bend. The arrow that doth wound the dove darts not from those who watch and love. The arrow that doth wound the dove darts not from those who watch and love. If thou the bending reed wouldst break, by thought or word unkind, pray that his spirit you partake, who loved and healed mankind. Seek holy thoughts and heavenly strain that make men one in love remain. Learn too that wisdom's rod is given for faith to kiss and know that greetings glorious from high heaven, whence joy's supernal flow, come from that love divinely near, which chastens pride and earthborn fear. Come from that love divinely near, which chastens pride and earthborn fear. Through God who gave that word of might, which swelled creation's lay, let there be light, and there was light. What chased the clouds away? 'Twas love whose finger traced aloud a bow of promise on the cloud. Thou to whose power our hope we give, free us from human strife. Fed by thy love divine we live, for love alone is life, and life most sweet is heart to heart, speaks kindly when we meet and part, and life most sweet as heart to heart, speaks kindly when we meet and part. Yeah. O peace of the world, O hope in each breast, O Bethlehem star that ages have blessed, a day of fresh promise breaks over the land. Gaunt warfare is doomed, and God's kingdom at hand. Oh, peace, peace of the world. From cannon and sword, shaped tillers of soil, no more let our hate man's spirit despoil. Let truth be proclaimed, let loves be retold, that men of good will may their brethren uphold. O peace of the world, O hope in each breast, O Bethlehem star that ages have blessed, a day of fresh promise breaks over the land. Gaunt warfare is doomed, and God's kingdom at hand. O peace, peace of the world. As stars in their courses, never content, as blossom their hues, their harmony blend, as bird voices mingle in joyful refrain, so God's loving children in concord remain. O peace of the world, O hope in each breast, O Bethlehem star that ages have blessed, a day of fresh promise breaks over the land. Gaunt warfare is doomed, and God's kingdom at hand. Oh, peace of the world. Our God is one mind, the mind we adore. Ineffable joy His love doth outpour. Let nations be one in a union of love. God's bountiful peace, all treasures above. O peace of the world, O hope in each breast, O Bethlehem star that ages have blessed, day of fresh promise breaks over the land. Gaunt warfare is doomed, and God's kingdom at hand. Oh, peace, peace of the world. Oh, peace of the world. This next song is it's very apt, I think, for our theme of peace. Just knowing that each day we are protected by God's holy power. And this song will feature on the new CD, which is winging its way very shortly to those that helped fund it. So I'm looking forward to getting that out to you. And it goes like this. You're at our side each evening and each morning, and each new day unfolds as you have planned. We're each held safe by God's own holy power. Whatever comes, your comfort is at hand. Whatever comes, your comfort is at hand. You're at our side each evening and each morning, and each new day unfolds as you have planned. As each day unfolds, as you have planned. We're steadfastly protected by your power, encircled in the caring arms of love. Together we are sharing all our days now, and year by year come blessings from above. You're at our side each evening and each morning, and each new day unfolds as you have planned. We're each held safe by God's own holy power. Whatever comes, your comfort is at hand. Whatever comes, your comfort is at hand. You're at our side each evening and each morning, and each new day unfolds as you have planned. Each new day unfolds as you have planned. Your pure, unquiet love spreads for us deeply. We know your fullness now and feel your peace. Together for your holy word of grace and power, we all praise you with joy that will not cease. You're at our side each evening and each morning, and each new day unfolds as you have planned. We're each held safe by God's own holy power. Whatever comes, your comfort is at hand. Whatever comes, your comfort is at hand. You're at our side each evening and each morning, and each new day unfolds as you have planned. As each day unfolds, as you have planned. As each day unfolds, as you have planned.
Through the wholesome chastisements of love, we are helped onward in the march towards righteousness, peace, and purity, which are the landmarks of science. Glory be to God, and peace to the struggling hearts. Who that has felt the loss of human peace has not gained stronger desires for spiritual joy? The poor, suffering heart needs its rightful nutriment, such as peace, patience in tribulation, and a priceless sense of the dear Father's loving kindness.
All glory be to God Most High, and on the earth be peace. The angels sang in days of yore, a song that will never cease, till all the world knows peace. God's angels ever come and go, all winged with light. They bring us blessings from on high. They lift our thoughts above. They whisper, God is love. All glory be to God Most High, and on the earth be peace. O longing hearts that wait on God, through all the world so wide, He knows the angels that you need and sends them to your side to comfort God and guide, to comfort God and guide. All glory be to God Most High, and on the earth be peace. Awake and hear the angel's song that bids all discord cease, from pain and sorrow, doubt and fear. Brings us sweet release, and so our hearts find peace, so our hearts find peace. All glory be to God Most High, and on the earth be peace. The angels sang in days of yore, a song that will never cease, till all the world knows peace. The angels sang in days of yore, a song that will never cease, till all the world knows peace, till all the world knows peace. O Lord, most holy, holy and mighty, O loving Father, hear us when we call. O Lord, most holy, holy and mighty, O loving Father, hear us when we call. Grant us then our daily bread, with which our souls are fed. Father, Father, hear us when we call. O Lord most holy, holy and mighty, O loving Father, hear us when we call. O Lord most holy, holy and mighty, O holy Father, hear us when we call. Thou who almighty art, dwell in every heart, in all our sorrows, grant us peace. Grant us peace and rest in Thee. O Lord, most holy, holy and mighty, O loving Father, hear us as we call. O Lord, most holy, holy and mighty, O loving Father, hear us when we call.
If men understood their real spiritual source to be all blessedness, they would struggle for recourse to this spiritual and be at peace. Material sense does not unfold the facts of existence, but spiritual sense lifts human consciousness into eternal truth. Spirit senses are without pain, and they are forever at peace. Nothing can hide from them the harmony of all things and the might and permanence of truth.
Now we're going to go to Boston, and we're going to hear from fellow singer, songwriter, and guitarist Alex Cook. I'm sure some of you have come across Alex Cook. He's an amazing artist. He does the You Are Loved series of amazing paintings, and I think it's a brilliant piece of artwork. You need to check that out. So here is a song that Alex is going to share with us today, and it's called The Voice That Loves You.
his heart as it beats, and listen for the sound of the messenger's feet, and listen, listen, listen for the voice that loves you. Clear and sweet, it's what we need. The still small voice, the still small voice, the still small voice is speaking. Listen for the sound of baby leaves in the midst of war, and listen to the sound of the water as you pull at the oars, and listen, listen, listen to the voice that loves you. Close your eyes and listen when you don't know what to do. Let that good voice, yeah, guide you through, make you new, and listen, listen, listen to the voice that loves you. Clear and sweet, it's what we need. The still small voice, the still small voice, the still small voice.
Spiritual living and blessedness are the only evidences by which we can recognize true existence and feel the unspeakable peace which comes from an all-absorbing spiritual love. The calm and exalted thought, or spiritual apprehension, is at peace. God fashions all things after his own likeness. Life is reflected in existence, truth in truthfulness, God in goodness, which impart their own peace and permanence.
Dear Lord, I pray thy glorious light to see, create in me a humble heart and angel thoughts of love impart to lead me home, to lead me home to thee. Dear Lord, I pray, teach me to do thy will from out the night of doubt and fear. I rise in faith and joy to hear thy tender word be still, thy tender words be still. Dear Lord, I pray thy glorious light to see, create in me a humble heart angel thoughts of love impart to lead me home, to lead me home to thee. Dear Lord of life, beyond this mortal dream, with grateful heart I find in thee. My heavenly Father, Mother mind, omnipotent, supreme, omnipotent, supreme. Dear Lord, I pray thy glorious lights to see, create in me a humble heart and angel thoughts of love impart to lead me home, to lead me home to thee. Dear love, in thee I know no fear, no harm, waking from earth's delusive spell. In thine enfolding arms I dwell, in blessed peace and calm, in blessed peace and calm. Dear Lord, I pray thy glorious light to see, create in me a humble heart and angel thoughts of love impart to lead me home, to lead me home to thee, to lead me home to thee, to lead me home to thee. Heavenly, heavenly presence, the fountain of wisdom and light, be thou my defense in the daytime, my guardian and guard through the night, my guardian and guard through the night. When the flood tides of earth overwhelm me, I will enter the ark of thy love. I will open the windows of heaven and welcome the incoming dove. O heavenly, heavenly presence, the fountain of wisdom and light, be thou my defense in the daytime, my guardian and guard through the night, my guardian and guard through the night. How bright is the day of redemption, when sorrow and sickness shall cease. The bow in the cloud, the bow in the cloud, the bow in the cloud, its promise. We are circled by spiritual peace. Fountain of wisdom and light, be thou my defense in the daytime, my guardian and guard through the night, my guardian and guard through the night. Oh heavenly, heavenly presence, the fountain of wisdom and light, be thou my defense in the daytime, my guardian and guard through the night. We are circled by spiritual peace. We are circled by spiritual peace.
Acquaint now thyself with him, and be at peace. Thereby good shall come unto thee. The fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law.
This is the time when the world must pray to hear the Father's call. This is the time to break down each wall and free us, one and all. This is the time to forget the past, to find a better way. This is the time when heart meets heart. This is the time, yes, this is the time to pray. This is the time to be strong and bold, to fight for what is right. This is the time for a song of joy, to end the lonely night. This is the time for clouds of strife to fade and melt away. This is the time to pray. This is the time to pray. This is the time when the world must pray to hear the Father's call. This is the time to break down each wall and free us, one and all. This is the time to forget the past, to find a better way. This is the time when heart meets heart. This is the time, yes, this is your time to pray. This is the time when the streams of hope must overflow the land. This is the time to put all your faith into the Father's hands. This is the time to make war and hate the dreams of yesterday. This is the time to pray. This is the time to pray, the time to pray. This is the time when the world must pray to hear the Father's call. This is the time to break down each wall and free us, one and all. This is the time to forget the past, to find a better way. This is the time when heart meets heart. This is the time, yes, this is your time to pray. This is the time, this is the time to pray. In the secret place, in the heart of prayer, there is always light shining everywhere. You will learn to love with a gentle grace when you talk with God in the secret place. When you talk with God in the secret place, God is calling you to this world of light. like a mother's voice calling in the night. Leave your broken dreams, drop your load of care at the door of truth, at the gate of prayer. In a secret place, in the heart of prayer, there is always light shining everywhere. You will learn to love with a gentle grace when you talk with God in the secret place. When you talk with God in the secret place, bring your childlike faith to his open arms. In that secret place, nothing hurts or harms. You will be at peace. You'll know his face. You will find your home in the secret place. In that secret place, in the heart of prayer, there is always light shining everywhere. You will learn to love with a gentle grace when you talk with God in the secret place. When you talk with God in the secret place. When you talk with God in the secret place. This next one is a new version of Home is the Consciousness of Good. And yeah, it's a new setting, so I hope you enjoy this one. Home is the consciousness of good that holds us in its wide embrace, the steady light that comforts us in every path our footsteps trace. Home is the consciousness of love. Our Father's house has many rooms, and each with peace and love imbued. No child can ever stray beyond the compass of infinitude. Home is the consciousness of good that holds us in its wide embrace, the steady light that comforts us in every path our footsteps trace. Home, home, home is the consciousness of good. Home is the Father's sweet well done, God's daily gift of grace. We go to meet our neighbor's need and find our home in every place. Home is the consciousness of good that holds us in its wide embrace, the steady light that comforts us in every path our footsteps trace. Home, home, home. of love. So I spoke to Jill a couple of weeks ago, and I went to see her in her beautiful home. And when I was speaking to her about the Peace concert that I was preparing, she felt so inspired by what I was trying to do that she wrote this really lovely poem, which I've entitled "My Peace I Leave with You." And so I'm going to ask Jill to read it to us first, and then I'm going to play the music that I was inspired to write for it. So over to you, Jill, once again.
This is a poem on peace that I wrote specially for this occasion for Andrew. And it's based on the words of Jesus. My peace I give unto you. Not as the world giveth, give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. And this is the poem. Jesus left a precious gift for each of us to cherish, a gift that keeps us all in life that cannot perish. He said, my peace I leave with you, a peace serene and calm, a gift of gentle presence in love's encircling arm. This peace is something we can share, and peace, its presence everywhere. This peace can heal and banish fears, can uplift, comfort, mop up tears. So let's refresh our precious gift. Our world's in need of heavenly lift. Whatever errors Jesus faced, he gave his gift of peace and grace. So we can do the same each day and spread our joy and sing and pray. The world will feel this wave of peace and make all war and hate to cease.
He said, my peace I leave with you, my peace serene and calm. He said, my peace I leave with you, a gift of gentle presence in love's encircling arm. In love's encircling arm. This peace is something we can share. Feel its presence everywhere. This peace can heal and banish fears, uplift up, comfort and wipe away every tear. He said, my peace I leave with you, my peace serene and calm. My peace I leave with you, a gift of gentle presence in love's encircling arm, and love's encircling arm. So let's refresh our precious gift. Our world's in need of heavenly lift. Whatever errors Jesus faced, he gave his gift of peace. He gave his gift of grace. He said, my peace I leave with you. My peace, serene and calm. He said, my peace I leave with you, a gift of gentle presence and love's encircling arm, and love's encircling arm. So we can do the same each day and spread our joy and sing and pray. The world will feel this wave of peace and make all war and hate to cease. He said, my peace I leave with you. My peace, serene and calm. He said, my peace I leave with you, a gift of gentle presence and love's encircling arm, and love's encircling arms. My peace I leave with you, in love's encircling arm. My peace and love's encircling arm. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here with us and joining in our Peace for the World concert. Please feel free to share it wherever you feel appropriate. Let's just let this piece go out from here. I need to thank some wonderful people. Jill Gooding, thank you so much for the readings and for that beautiful poem. I look forward to doing more with that. So heartfelt thanks and love to you. Also to the other contributors today. To Alex, thank you so much. To Nitya, thank you also. And Desiree, wonderful. Thank you so much for being part of this. And all it remains for me to do is to sign off from here in the UK. If you feel like donating to this concert, that would be brilliant. You can do so via the website, which is www.andrewdbrewis.com, and it makes all these concerts possible, really. So thank you so much for doing that. I look forward to seeing you hopefully in October sometime. Until then, keep well, and let's let that peace just reverberate. Reverberating peace, you probably can, but let it ripple out from here. This is Andrew D. Brewis signing off from London. Toodle pip till next time.